if you've watched these videos for any amount of time, you probably can predict what I'm going to tell you. Today's actually been, the last few days in the market's actually been a really good few days. People are looking, going, what's going on? Why would you say that? The market's crashed. And it's like, well, one of the things that we want to look at is every decision that we make here is based on, as far as the stocks we get, isn't based on what we call the glory muscles, the biceps and the triceps and the chest, the current price, value, gain, all that kind of fun stuff. But it's based on cost basis. If you're going to make money in the market, you got to drive this number down as far as possible. So the last few days, we basically have a combination of a couple things working, which I think actually, it's funny, I was taking my dogs out and I was like, this is actually a really good thing. You basically have these COVID tests going up and then COVID positive case going up, and it's right before the election. So you already have right before the election, everybody's nervous. They don't know which way to go, who's going to win the election. And then you have the COVID numbers come out, which, it's like, all right, let's put on the front page. There's more COVID numbers. But if you looked at the video that we did earlier in the week, you'll understand that when we looked at the national numbers, the numbers are going up, but they're going up in proportion with the amount of testing. So it's like if I test 100 people and 6 people, are positive, and then tomorrow I test 200 people and 12 people are positive, the headline is, oh my gosh, we have double the amount of COVID cases. Well, duh, we have double the amount of testing. So that really falls into place. But the number of deaths are plummeting at the same time. The hospitalizations are not being affected at all. So what we're seeing is a massive preponderance of symptomless, or people with very, very moderate symptoms, basically outpatient COVID cases where there's no real threat to them. It's like a flu or a cold or something that's just going to keep them home. And it was like when I had pneumonia in January. It was like, yeah, they had a mask on. I didn't want to get my family sick, but it's not like I was going to kill them or anything like that. So one of the things we're finding is the prices of these things are plummeting, okay? So what you want to do, and the point of this video is you really have about a day or so, and I'm going to show you why, before you really are going to lose this opportunity. So if you've kept your powder dry, which I've advised you guys to do for a long time, always have money set aside, have money that is not committed that you can invest, get ready to invest when the time comes. So when the market goes up, it kind of sucks because, it takes away the opportunity to invest. But when the market goes down, it puts upside numbers like this, basically 7 to 1, 6.67, 6.5, $6, 6 to 1 ratio. So that if you invest that money, odds are you're going to make a 6 to 1 return. So the good news is for these ones that are at 6, basically I own all of them. And the only one that I don't own is Texas Hospitality. The only reason I don't own that is because it's under $1. And, there have been situations where if it's under $1 long enough, it would get delisted, or, so a lot of times they'll do a split or something, a reverse split. So they'll, take away the number of shares that are outstanding and it'll increase the share price. But overall, that's kind of what we're looking at. So right now, I currently have a buy-in for ICAGI, and I'm looking at doing a buy for, and we'll take a look at this right now. So I have a buy-in for ICAGI, which is the European airline conglomerate, because the prices are so low. I mean, I have it at $347 for a cost base sitting at $245. Anything that I buy is going to increase there. So that's basically set in there. I'm probably going to do another buy for PBF, which is an oil stock. We're going to let it go down a little bit further and see what it does, but that's an option that's out there. And then the other one that we might look at, even though I have a decent amount in there, is I might do one for XAN. So what we're going to do is put ICAGI, we'll put PBF. What was the other one? ICAGI, PBF, and XAN as options that we're going to do. So we'll take a look at those going forward. I did sell Red Robin Group because I want to clear out some money today. And that trades like in process as we speak. I think 100 shares have traded. but we're just, freeing up some money so we can basically take advantage of this and have money set aside. So the long and short of it is everybody's sitting here freaking out over the market, what's going to happen, because they're reading the headlines. Part of what went into it too is that Europe's shutting down, which is just moronic. And they think, well, if Europe shut down, the Americans are going to shut down, but that's probably not going to happen. I can't see that happen. There's massive lockdown fatigue in here, and the governors of some of the largest states have basically already ruled out that they're going to do that. So we look at the data like we looked at one of the last two videos. So go back and look at that. You'll see that really nothing's changed. It's just the scale of the data has changed, but the actual deaths and hospitalizations have gone down. It's funny. I was talking to my dad, who's 83, and he's like, oh, yeah, the deaths are plummeting. And he actually was telling me that he went to go visit my sister's house, and he's like, yeah, nobody in that neighborhood wears masks. I'm like, yeah, they don't, because they understand what's happening. They're reading the data, and they understand that it's like, we understand this disease more. So the long and short of it is, it goes back to that statement from Warren Buffett: be fearful when people are greedy, and be greedy when people are fearful. But I'll add this: keep your powder dry, and let's steal candy from a baby and be really, really, really greedy when people right now are really, really, really fearful. Got to remember, the other thing that goes into it, guys, is this. October 29th, which is what? Let's take a look here. Tomorrow, I think, the Q3 GDP numbers come out. So who is it? I want to say, who was it? It wasn't the Wall Street Journal, but there was somebody. Goldman Sachs is estimating a 35% increase in Q3. So expect a big, big positive pop on that when that comes out. You can look at trading for tomorrow. It's already trending up. But this is the opportunity. So after this video is shot, I'm going to go in and take a look and see what I can buy, because we're going to take advantage of doing what we do best, which is driving our cost basis down. And when the market recovers, it's like a springboard on a diving board, and that's where we make all our money. So this is something where if you're sitting on the sideline, you're watching the video, you got to get involved, take advantage of this. If you don't have a Robinhood account yet, there's a link in the video description where you get a free stock, and there's also a link to this spreadsheet as well. But don't wait. I'm gonna close down this video right now and get to see what I want to buy. But it's discount time. It's Black Friday, and big screen TVs are 60% off. That's kind of how we're looking at things going forward. So with that being said, I'll see you tomorrow, and I can't wait to see what the GDP numbers are and see how the market reacts. With that being said, we'll talk tomorrow. To get more information on the sales cheat code, go ahead and click on the subscribe button below. Also, down below in the video description, down there, there's a link that takes you to our website that gives you additional content, some additional freebies that we have, and gives you information on some programs that we have that have been proven to help people to make sales easy so that you can make the kind of money you want, live the lifestyle that you've always wanted, and not have to struggle in the process. And what might be the coolest thing of all is you don't have to put much effort into it. It truly is a cheat code that most people don't know about. And it's a cheat code that can change your life today. So click on the link below and let me help you start to experience these results starting right now.